filming this video the day before it is supposed to go up because this is my third week of college, right? It's been a very hectic week. I've had my first unit exam, my first test, so I've been really busy like trying to make sure I keep my grades up, but I'm gonna try and do my best to be consistent with the uploads Sunday at 6 p.m. Also, it's September 2nd, and that means I have 20 days until I go back to my high school and crown the next homecoming queen, which I'm so excited about. With homecoming being around the corner, I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a quick story time on the time that I got homecoming queen and just share that experience with you guys. But also I want to make this an advice video in a way, because sure, you know, story time about me getting homecoming queen, fun times, but I also want something that you guys can take away from the video and apply to your lives, good advice, right? I want to go over some basics of homecoming at my high school. So with voting, the whole school voted on homecoming maids. Ours was like student voted, and you also had to like type up why you want to be a homecoming maid, why you think you should be a homecoming maid, even though it really doesn't matter if people don't vote for you. But anyways, that's like the basics of homecoming. We got that covered. I have been a homecoming maid for my high school freshman to senior year, so 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. I'm gonna like quickly try to run through 9th through 11th grade years. I'll show you guys some of my outfits and like my mindset about getting to be a maid, and then senior year we'll go more in depth. So starting off with 9th grade, they used to announce the homecoming maids over the intercom. This is like right before you're getting ready to go home, and like, you know, they make those announcements about like bus changes and all that. Well, he's gonna announce the homecoming maids today. And freshman year, I just ran for homecoming maid just because. Like, I had no intention of getting it. I was just like, oh, like this seems cool, let me try, right? He's like, the freshman maids are, then goes on with the first girl, and I'm like, okay, like this is okay. Second girl, third girl, Shayna Barnes. Oh, what? Calls my name over the intercom, and I really just could not believe it, because at that point I wasn't at my social peak yet. The only people I really talked to was the band people. You want to know how you can tell I was so surprised that I got homecoming maid? My outfit choice, because who let me walk out of the house like that? Over the course of 4 years, I feel like I progressed. Each year just got better and better. But in order for that to happen, you have to start low. You have to start very bad. My dress was ugly, my hair was ugly, my makeup was ugly, my shoes were ugly. Like, I cannot go back to freshman year and look on any of my homecoming maid pictures and be like, oh my gosh, like I was just so cute. Like, no, it was bad. First of all, I was like 30 pounds heavier than I am now, and I just don't like to think on that time of life because it was just terrible. Moving on, sophomore year, I feel like freshman year kind of traumatized me a little bit, and I felt like I had to do better in the dressing category. So sophomore year, I'll say, this is where I started to understand what was going on. Here's a picture. It was a blue dress, silver sparkles all the way down, and I had like a bob. My friends went crazy over that bob, y'all. The bob was iconic for a little bit there. If you saw me in high school with the bob, it was just like something completely different that I've never done before. Loved it. So freshman and sophomore year, and it continues into junior and senior year as well. When I was filling out my ballot, you know, what's your name? Shayna Barnes. Why do you want to be homecoming maid? Yada, yada, yada. Before I hit submit on that thing, I would pray over my ballot, and I would be like, Lord, you know, please, if this is in your will, like I really want to be a homecoming maid, help me out, right? That's gonna be an ongoing thing, is I prayed over my ballot. So sophomore year, we dressed a little bit better. The pep rally day, here's a picture. This dress, y'all, when I saw it, I thought it was great. On me, it looks like a curtain drape. Like, it was just too big. The dress is just not, I hate the parade outfit. The band always plays Can You Feel the Love Tonight while the maids are walking out. And so to hear that for the second time my sophomore year, I was really just like, wow, this is just so cool. My class voted me 2 times. And so Junior year, 3 years, right? Overall, mindset wise, we start deteriorating because I'm like, at this point, people are tired of me getting homecoming made. And that's always been an issue at my high school. The same people get everything, that whole conversation, right? And so I'm like, yeah, Shayna, it's not gonna work out for you this year. Like, they're tired of you. This is what I'm telling myself in my mind, basically psyching myself out. I still pray over my homecoming ballot, but I never fail to doubt myself. At this point, we're not announcing on the intercom anymore. We're going on Instagram. Well, I see my name on the ballot and I'm like, what? Junior year, I really thought I was done for. My mentality, it got so bad. I really couldn't talk to my friends about it. My friends, they would be like, Shayna, you know you're gonna get it. Like, why are you worrying? They thought I was like trying to put on a show, being like, oh, you know, like, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. My mindset was actually terrible, and it basically turned into a thing where I just thought nobody liked me. And because I was getting so much, I was like, yeah, it's done for me. That's never the mindset to have, guys. But this is my dress for junior year, y'all. This dress was iconic. I ended up being drum major. This was the first year that I conducted in my homecoming dress. And I feel like people were so caught off guard by this. The drum major, you know, you turn around, do your salute to everybody. That was like the first time the crowd had reacted to me in such a big, overwhelming response. Like, I was doing my little salute to them, and then they started going crazy, and they were like, oh my gosh, isn't that homecoming maid girl? And I was like, yeah, you know. That's a wrap on junior year. We ended up getting it despite my terrible mindset. Even though I prayed, I still doubted myself. Go Shayna. Senior year. Mentally, I gave up. My issue with homecoming every single year was that I would look at the girls running against me, and I would always try and compare myself, and I would be like, yeah, there's no chance you're gonna get it. This person's running, like they're better than you, more popular, whatever. Well, senior year, I don't know if I didn't really think that I was gonna get maid, but I didn't think I was gonna get queen. For maid, I guess I was more chill because patterns continue and, you know, you get a little bit more relaxed. But when it came to queen, I was like, things are looking a little sketchy, right? They announced the thing on Instagram and I make it. So I'm like, whew, what a relief. Like, I would be shaking when the ballots came out, nervous, biting my nails off. Terrible. Like, for what, Shayna? It's not that serious, for one. Also, like people said, you're going to probably make it. So, like, chill out, calm down. I'm like, okay, I made the ballot. Like, this is cool. Well, the queen is separate from homecoming maid. So homecoming maid for seniors, you know, like everybody votes on. But for queen, only the senior class votes on who gets queen. Doubting Shayna, mind starts swirling. We're like, oh my gosh, it's only down to my class. Like, my class doesn't even like me. If it was left up to the whole school, because at that point, I was student body president, drum major, main editor on yearbook, over so much stuff, right? I started doubting if my own class liked me. That's terrible, y'all. Like, that's just terrible. Now it's time to go shopping. I don't know if I'm gonna get queen, but I'm looking for a white dress, hoping in my mind, because my thing is, I knew that I wanted queen, but I was afraid to admit it to myself because I didn't want to like face the disappointment if I didn't get it. We stumbled upon this dress right here, and when the dress was hanging up on the rack, I was like, that's a no-go. 0 out of 10, not putting it on. The lady was like, no, like, you're just gonna look so gorgeous. And I was like, okay, lady, like, if you want me to try it on. As soon as this thing hit my body, I was like, wow, she was right. So that's the dress I ended up going with. And then for the parade, I ended up wearing this like black jumpsuit. As soon as that touched my body, I was like, this is it right here. This is what I want to wear. Those were the outfits for senior year. Now for the mindset. Time for the ceremony. Y'all. This is the moment. This is the moment we have been waiting for. So mind you, before the ceremony, you take pictures with the sash and the crown before you go out on the field. That way, for the yearbook, whoever gets it will already have had a picture of you. They put the crown and the sash on me so I can take my picture. and I'm not really feeling anything. Normally people would be like, oh, this is the moment. I just felt like it was me. No, I think I was so nervous and tense and anxious that I was just going through the moment. So now it's actually time for the ceremony. I'm walking out in my dress, and I'm such a sentimental person. Like, if it's the last of something, like basically every event senior year, I was always like, oh my gosh, it's the last, you know, whatever. I was really taking it in because, you know, the band's playing Can You Feel the Love Tonight. I'm like, bro, I love my band. I'm not gonna get to hear them play this anymore. I'm looking at the saber guard and I'm like, dang, this is the last time I feel like they're gonna probably chop my head off. I'm looking at the crowd and it's just like all hitting me at once, right? And I'm not even thinking about Queen at that point. I'm just thinking like, man, this is my last homecoming. I've been a homecoming maid the past 4 years. Like, this is the last time I'm getting to experience this. And so walk to my spot. You know, you have to let everybody else get to their spot. Well, all of us are set, and now it's time to announce Queen. And the announcer is playing games, y'all. When I tell y'all, this man is elongating the mess out of this announcement. At this point, my heels are starting to hurt. I'm over here trying to get comfortable because this man is taking forever to announce who's going to win Queen. I'm gonna insert the video after I get done telling this because I want you guys to feel how long this pause was. And you can hear my family in the back of the recording, I think, and they're like, go ahead, spit it out, like, come on. During that moment, my head is down. I don't think I looked up at the audience at all. At least I don't remember. On one hand, while he's taking forever to announce it, I'm like saying my name over and over again, like hoping that he's gonna say my name. But in the other hand, I'm like, Shayna, stop. Like, you know, it's probably not gonna be you. Just prepare yourself. So I'm having all these conflicting thoughts. And finally, after like light years, ages, this man is like,
the senior class selected this year's homecoming queen.
Say something?
The homecoming queen for the class of 2023 is...
Say something.
Come on with it.
Miss Shayna Barnes.
right now, I'm like, but in the moment, I literally just looked up and smiled. That's how much I doubted my prayers and like everything. I was just like, oh my gosh. It was really just more of like a sigh of relief than joy. Oh, like, he called my name, you know, and I was just like, but in the moment, I couldn't have such a big reaction because I was so tense and nervous. Also, I was like thinking of the other maids as I was walking to go get the crown and sash, and I was like, this is so sad. But anyways, nonetheless, I'm walking up to go get my crown and sash now, and I see the homecoming queen from the prior year. She's coming to give me my sash. The principal puts the crown on my head. I'm seeing all these people taking pictures of me. I'm like, okay. During that moment, I don't know if it really hit me until honestly now when I go back and watch videos of it. I'm like, wow, that was actually so cool. I wish I could have enjoyed that moment a little more. After that, the homecoming maids line up for the football team to run out, and I'm just standing there, and all these girls are starting to surround me, and they're like, Shayna, like, queen, you know, we're so happy for you, congratulations, let's take a picture. And I'm like, okay. After the football players run out, I just go into the stands because, you know, like, I want to go see my family after. As I'm walking up the stairs, the crowd stands up for me and is like cheering for me, and I'm like, oh, what? They're like, you go girl, and I'm like, oh, thank you. And it was just so, I can't fully describe that moment in words. To have, you know, basically your whole city applauding you for something, that's just one of the coolest feelings ever. Then I made it back to my family, and they were like so happy for me. After that, I had to really focus because we had a halftime show to perform for band. So I have to try and get up on my podium. Mind you, our podiums are super tall and they have ladders. Well, my dress is so fitted, I can't raise my leg to get on the ladder. I'm over here like, somebody please help me. And then this band dad, he ends up literally just having to like hoist me up there. I get up there and my dress is off the shoulder. It kind of wraps around. Couldn't even barely move my arm. So all my moves are kind of like, yeah. Anyways, I ended up doing the halftime performance. That was just such a cool moment, besides the few where I could not move my arms and felt like a T-Rex. But overall, getting homecoming queen and like the whole journey there from freshman year was just so cool. I think it's just eye-opening, to say the least, to realize how much more I could have enjoyed if I didn't doubt myself. So one of the things I want you guys to take away is don't doubt God. And if you pray, especially, there's no sense of worrying. And also remember that it's okay to be happy for yourself. Like when they announced me as queen, and one of the first thoughts I had was, oh, like these other people though. Girl, you just got queen. Like, forget the other people. Even though I was thrilled, y'all. I'm gonna tell you right now, I was thrilled. Your girl was happy. Like, I was on cloud 9. Remember to always speak with sincerity, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye.